Industry Collaboration Award. Over to you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you very much, and what a great award to win. So and a wonderful evening and event that was organised for those who were there. It was an outstanding evening. Really impressive to see and hear from the likes of Jennifer and other winners on the initiatives and types of solutions they have in the payment sector. So very exciting time. So we were very proud. Happy to have been awarded the win for the outstanding payments and industry collaboration. It's a bit of a mouthful, that award, but we're proud to have it. Now, we won this award on the basis of a collaborative initiative that we've been involved in from an IDEMIA global perspective, and this was also done with MasterCard. So now our initiative is about accessibility. It's about providing services and solutions, and in particular notch cards to users and consumers, and primarily those who are sight impaired or fully blind, and has other applications as well. So again, it seems quite a simple solution, but incredibly complex. Has taken a long time to bring to market. But certainly something that also drives improvements in the lives of those individuals that have challenges in using payment cards in particular. Now, we all remember, or some of us may remember, the old click-clack systems where you would use a carbon print to make a payment in store, and cards always had a tactile feel to them. Now, with the advent of what we call flat personalization, cards look slicker, cleaner, crisper, but they don't have those raised surfaces anymore. And so there's been a difficulty for those with certain accessibility impairments to be able to use either the tactile elements of the cards of the past, and notches are a way forward to delineate or differentiate between a debit, a credit, or a prepaid card. So we have three notches. I think you can see on the screen at this point in time. There's the debit has the round, the credit has I can't remember the exact term for it, but to me it looks like an extended C on the side, and you have the prepaid, which is a triangular feature on the side there. Now we developed this globally. We did this with both MasterCard, but we also involved the Royal National Institute of Blind People in the UK and Visions in the US. So it has a lot of backing and a lot of background. And again, the key call outs here, it's about inclusivity. It's about providing accessibility. And it's also about, I suppose, the individuals, giving them that independence and that ability to make a purchase or select the right card for the right purpose. A practical element of this is that we launched this in Australia with Westpac. It was a really significant initiative, one of our tier one banks launching this into market, and that was done recently this year. You see the wonderful new colourful designs, but also the ability of bringing in these tactile features and notches. So we still utilise Braille. That is still a feature on these cards, but you can see that the notches were included as well. So we're very proud of this. We think it's a wonderful initiative. We feel that it's a positive step forward. We still think there are areas in which we can continue to collaborate and improve, but certainly a great step forward for this part of the community.
That's fantastic. It's such an important area. Thank you so much, Ben. Just following up on that, how did you select your partner for this collaboration?
So this was quite interesting. It came through, well, it was driven at a global level. I think there was, and again, I would have to step away and say it wasn't purely driven from an Australian perspective, but certainly from a global perspective. It did come together with the MasterCard and IDEMIA leadership seeking to come up with solutions. We invest a lot into technology. And although cards don't seem like an exciting and evolving field when we have the worlds of digital upon us, they're still a practical and necessary component of payment services And I don't think we'll see quite the demise of cards too quickly in years to come. So we have found, and this came from research, that a lot of people with sight accessibility issues are lending more and more towards or using digital solutions. But there is those times, whether it is the fear of running out of battery, or if there is lack of communication capabilities in a purchasing environment, a card is always a good backup. And I think that tactile, tangible card is there to reassure during the process. So certainly, that was the problem that was set at a global level, and I think that then cascaded, and we've been very successful in Australia. Australia is very keen and willing to accept and take on these types of solutions to drive inclusion and accessibility.
That's amazing. And how do you see that this, because obviously Australia, and you talk about that a lot, so how do you see this could impact the whole of the payments industry in APAC as well?
And I think that's a really important area of opportunity. I think first and foremost it raises awareness. Whether this is the long-term solution, I hope and trust it becomes an industry standard, both in Australia, but I would also like to see this globally. I think this is an important initiative because it does drive that ability for people to have that accessibility. I think moving forward, we have to ensure that these solutions are developed to help, whether it is people with sight issues, or whether it's other cohorts or other areas of people that have accessibility challenges. So I think that our intention is to look at future solutions that build on these notches, but bring in features such as biometrics on the cards for those people that have both sight or muscular or disabilities, or mental disabilities, etc., that have a challenge in the purchasing process, because there is always that challenge when you are making a purchase. We have these instances in Australia with pin on glass that people can't see the numbers when they're typing in their pin code, and that's obviously a far from optimal customer experience and purchasing experience when you have to pass your pin code on to another party. So it certainly defeats the purpose of that. So I think it's an evolution. We're seeing still in this space that we are focused on driving inclusivity, and these is a step forward in such doing that. And I think it's a very positive initiative, and we'd like to hope that we get the industry behind us to do this and support it.
Yeah, it's such an important area, and so amazing what you've done here. So now with this win under your belt, what would be the next area that collaboration would be interesting for IDEMIA?
Again, it's probably building on this. I think that we would like to provide this, expand this beyond the just people who have sight impairments. I think we have to look at the full disability sector, and our intention is to work with partners here to come up with ways in which we can provide access for everyone. And I think that's the very succinct way of putting it, but it's a way of allowing everyone to have an optimal customer experience when they're doing it, and complement the digital solutions that we have in play now.